Hello, Stampin' friends, and welcome to Linda's Stampin' Escape. It is week number 8 of our 12 weeks of Christmas. So welcome. We are live on Facebook right now, and some of you may be watching from our YouTube video channel, so you can say hi there too. That'd be awesome. So as my live viewers pop in, don't forget to say hello. I see quite a few of you here already. Okay, all set up. Karen is here and Beth has joined us. So did I miss somebody here? There we go. Karen, Beth, Barb. Wonderful. Okay. I'm excited about tonight. I see Karen popped in because she... Oh, you're looking to see the... Oh, gosh, I can't think. The pastels. That's not tonight. But I think it would work really good with this bunch of goodies we're working with tonight. My main focus is going to be the designer paper, which is the Winter Meadow. It is beautiful. I will be sharing that with you tonight. And then also the Snowflake Magic. That, I believe, is retiring. However, Sparkling Snowflakes, the Winter Meadow, and the Faceted Gems are staying. I love it. They're on carryover. So, Karen says, I'll watch any shares of yours that I can. Wonderful. That's what I love to hear. I like stamping this way much better. So, I don't know. Maybe I should do all my creations live, huh? Okay, let's get started. Yes, I will be touching a little bit with the sparkling snowflakes. Not the snowflakes tonight, but our greetings. So, and then if I don't forget, I want to bring in the very best occasions. And I bought this stamp set just for this verse, with a little more sparkle and a little less stress. Let's make this Christmas the very best. So don't let me forget to put that on the inside of my card here. So these little cuties are our giveaway tonight. They are the gingerbread and peppermint acrylic shapes. So you can jazz up your cards with those. So let's quick go through this gorgeous paper. Love it, everybody. Oh, Joan from Washington. Welcome, Joan. And we have Cheryl here. And who else? Sandy. Wonderful. Welcome, ladies. So this is the Winter Meadow designer paper. It's got a lot of that watercolor look. So it's so soft and so pretty. And as I go through this, you'll notice that it has a touch of Christmas, but not too Christmassy that you can't use this the whole winter season. So again, watercolor look so that you can look at this. These two would go together nicely. So you could do that. Look at how pretty this is. All watercolor. Just the trees and then the background. And you could definitely be doing all sorts of cards with these. That one and more watercolor. This is that new blueberry bushel, or should I say returning color. Look at this. And you could use anything with these. So pretty. This is in Pretty Peacock, this one. These pretty little berries, I'm going to be making a card with those tonight. And then we have that watercolor wash. And then our last one, I love this. I made a card, I believe 2 years ago, still getting hits on Pinterest. And I will share that with you because it gives you cutting and card directions, and it would work perfectly for this one as well. So you don't even need to see the backside because you're going to be using this whole 12 by 12 sheet when you work with that card. Hi, Candy. Welcome. So our next is the Snowflake Magic. This is that pretty foil paper, so it is only one-sided. So we have this pretty one right here. And then this white one here. And I'm using all three of these tonight. And then our pretty snowflake. So this has like a subtle, muted, embossed kind of look. And this one has the real shiny foil. So I really love this one. Gorgeous paper. Oh yeah, this is getting a thumbs up. Candy said, right, I got that before anything else. 4 packs of it. Good job. Because after you see, my club ladies are going to like this tonight because we did this technique in our club. So ladies, I'm going to show everybody how we made our card. And then we are going to go and take it up a notch, and I'm going to show you another way to do this technique. Some people call it shattered glass. Some people call it the shutter card technique. So it has many different names, as some techniques do. And I'm working with the Pretty Berries and then the Moody Mauve. So that is one of our new in colors. Moody Mauve, and we are going to make the Season Sparkle, and that's why I thought this sparkle one would look really cute inside. So your basic card right here are A2, so 8.5 by 5.5. We are gonna fold this, score it, flatten it at 4 1/4. Okay, so regular card base here. Put that right there. And then we have our inside, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we might as well do this now while we're touching all our paper. Then we don't have to do it twice. So this is just a little scrap. Remember last night, we don't throw no scraps away. So I'm going to put this right in the middle here. And this was a scrap as well. I don't have to go all the way out to the edges because we both know that that is a lot longer than 4 inches. So bring this down here, and I'm going to match up my little ends to that designer paper. Hope you can see that. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. And then we are going to snip off our edges. Hi, Mary. Cheryl, too, says she bought 4 packs of the snowflake paper. Wait till you guys see the second card. You're going to fall in love with it. Okay, so we're just going to snip these off. Just butt that scissors right up to your cardstock, and then you'll make a nice straight cut. There we go. That is the inside. Adds a little color. So let's put that in right away. And then we'll start working on our card front. So again, for those ladies who didn't hear me, this is either called shattered glass. Of course, way back when, probably close to, I would say 15 to 18 years ago, shattered glass meant something totally different. And we actually made shirts with Pearl X. Oh my gosh, they were so pretty. That was shattered glass to me. So I generally call this the shutter technique, and you will see why. Okay, we need a little square. Oh, jeepers. Just knocked my thing. So what you need to do is, this is the second smallest. So there's one smaller. And these squares are in our Stylish Shapes dies. This is the one that has the banners, the squares, and the circles. So it's a good set to have. So we're going to take this. We're taking the larger of the two. And I'm going to put my little scraps right over there. And something is holding up my camera here. Let's get this rounded up. I see everybody's comments, but something else is going on with my screen, so I apologize for that. Okay, now that I got this open. Okay, so we are going to take our greeting and stamp it. Nice. And then we are going to line up that die. And we're going to go this way. So once we die cut this, it will look like that. Alrighty. So this piece here is going to go in the center of our card. You can do this on designer paper. You can do this on cardstock. All depends on what you want to do. Once you see the technique done, your mind is just going to go crazy with ideas because you can emboss this and all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, now we're going to start our shutter technique, and we're going to line up this. These are 1/4 inch in width. Remember all those 1/4 inch scraps we had yesterday? Well, we're using more. And you're going to line that up with the edge of this piece right here. So you're just going to follow that square all the way around. Now, mine ends here, so I'm just going to give that a little bend. That just helps me, A, hold it, and B, know that I don't need to put glue any further than that point. I know I have my silicone mat here to help me, but this just helps a little more, and it's not sticking way out over there. Okay, so line that up, pull that into and tight up against your little square piece there, and your first piece is done. Now I just keep rotating this around, and you're going to do the same thing. Take it down. This one goes almost all the way down, so I don't even put a little bend. I just hold it where I need to stop with my adhesive. All right. Again, push that up to that other piece of Moody Mauve. Snug it up to your little diamond. And you can almost see that shutter taking place, can't you? Now this one's going to be a little short again, so I'll put a little bend there. Sometimes I just rip them off because they're actually long enough then to maybe do like your second card. Because once you learn this, you're going to make lots of these because they're so cool. And it's so simple. Did you ever go on Pinterest and just look at something and go, oh my gosh, how did they make that? And then you find out and you're like, oh, I could have been doing that ages ago. All right, we're going to stop here. Now, I noticed I have just a little gap here. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my marker before I glue that next piece down. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that color up there. The new pens have a totally different tip. Do you see that? It's a bullet tip versus that little skinny writing tip. It writes beautifully and the ink flow is better than ever. So we still have the brush tip, but now we have a new bullet tip on our new markers. So you'll notice that I still have some of the old ones, but let's bring this up here. And now We'll just put that down. Okay, there's our little shutter. We're going to flip this over. Oh, yes, and it gets a little sticky, so don't forget to clean your scissors when you're done making these. Again, you're going to butt that scissors right up to that designer paper and snip that off. You can use your paper cutter if you want to. I find I get mine sticky that way, so I don't like that. So look at how pretty. But we're talking about sparkle, right, girls? So let's go in with that Wink of Stella. And we're just going to add some Stella here to these. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. That little bit of sparkle just adds so much. And I will hold that up there as soon as I finish. And you notice I'm not working real hard. I'm just swirling that on there. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? Okay, I hope that you can see that shimmer because it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right. And Chris has joined us. And Nicole. Hi, you guys. So pretty. Now, oh, I don't want to put that away yet, do I? Nope. We're going to set that up there just for a second. I'm going to whip out this greeting. There it is. I actually checked to make sure that it was still available. And it is, because this was another one of those, you know, carry-over items. Ooh, I might be getting this a little too juicy in spots. All right, practice before I get on the inside there. Make sure it looks good. Oh, yeah, okay. Just double checking. And this is why I like doing it this way, because, you know, it may look funny that I keep tapping it, but I'm just making sure that everything's covered nicely. And it tells that stamp who's the boss. All right. There we go. We're going to let that sink in. Ooh, yes. All about the sparkles on this card. So let's put our card front onto our card base. And we may have to add a little more sparkle to it. Those, oh gosh. Can you see that? It's crazy. I don't know if you can see that little, just that Wink of Stella just added so much to this card. It is so pretty. All right. I'm going with, what color is that? No, I think I'm just going to go with this. If I do this, I only, oh, here we go again, girls. It'd take me 45 minutes to figure out where I want my little things here. I might just do it like this. Nope, don't like that. There we go. How about one up there, one there, and one here? How does that look? Is that acceptable? I don't want to go off because I don't really want to get into that designer paper because it's so pretty. But there it is. And they're kind of big. If you don't like being that big, you can get something littler. So, again, cool technique. Right, club ladies? Whoop, whoop. I'm actually thinking about starting another club, a January through June club. If anybody's interested, message me. I need at least 6 people to do the club. So I wanted to show you, here's that blueberry bushel. So that's that paper we saw first. And all I did was add the snowflakes from One horse open sleigh, that's sweet. And then the little off-white, festive pearls. I use them a lot. So there you go, that simple technique. Now it's time to step it up. All right. Now thanks, ladies. I'm glad you love this one. It is so easy. We are going to step it up. Let me put the Moody Mauve away. There we go. And let's pull out that gorgeous paper. So I do have, you will need both sizes here. And I'm using the Let It Snow. So here we got our little guys cut out already. And our card base is 5.5 by 8.5. Not sure if you can read this, but then you will need 2 of the 4 by 5.25. One is going to be your front. The other one is going to be the inside of the card. And then you need another piece of cardstock, and it can be white. It can be, this is Lost Lagoon. That's what we're working with. And that's what I chose to do just because I was thinking it might be easier. Little piece of scrap to put on the inside of our card. And then yesterday I told you that I always cut my designer paper, at least one sheet, into 4 by 6 sheets. So you're going to have leftovers from this, but we're going to start with one of the 4 by 6s in each pattern here. And then these little scrap pieces are going to be used just like we did here to create our shutter. So Sharon says, great technique. Yes, you guys will love doing this. It's so easy once you know how. And wait till you see this one. Once you step these up, woo, this is so fun. Now, you're going to waste a little more paper, but if you're real careful, you don't have to waste too much. And, you know, we sometimes do that anyway with different cards that we make just because they're worth it, right? All right. We are going to, let's put our inside together here. Just take our adhesive. And put that little piece down there. Now, the reason I didn't run it this way is because, like I said, I cut it 4 by 6. So I never cut off that 4-inch side, but I can cut it off this side because if you're using like a 1/4 sheet for your card front, it's going to be 4 by 5.25. So you'll have extra left over. But you don't want to cut this size down, the 4-inch side, unless you're going to mat it. Then you can easily do that. Does that all make sense? Sometimes when somebody's talking about something, it doesn't always sink in like it does when you show them. That's why this is so much fun, getting together and doing this. So we'll get our little... Now, I'm going to stamp this with the words, Let It Snow, on the front, but I do not mean that literally at all. Just so you know. Makes a nice Christmas card, but I really don't want it to snow. Okay. So we can set this aside because we are going to be working with this piece. Now, this piece I cut at 5 1/8 by 4 7/8. And I did that so that I would have a little white mat all the way around. Because you're not going to see this color at all. So whatever you use, it really doesn't matter. But we are going to start with our little square. That's why I chose the Lost Lagoon, because I thought if I did the white, it would be harder to see. This is just going to be easier. Okay, so we're going to take this and put this right in the center like we did before. And we are going to create, Cheryl says that snow word is not a good one in her book either. We are in agreement. Yep. And Karen likes my disclaimer. Yes, I am not asking for snow at all. And I didn't ask for that 1 degrees out there yesterday either. Brr, holy cow. We're getting January weather already. Now I want to make sure I have that pushed up far enough. There we go. And I actually used this paper to cut out one of those Christmas trees from Marius Trees that we were working with the other day. So I'm glad I have you ladies in my stamp room because I am using all of my stuff up this winter and I love it. There we go. Whoa. That guy's getting a little jumpy. I didn't want plain white, and this white with this little flecks of foil in there just are so pretty, and it's going to really help with our card. I'm just spreading this around. I'm not even squeezing on that. Hope I got, there we go. Had enough on there. Didn't measure this time. Get tight up there and right up against there. There we go. No coloring on this one, thank goodness. Okay, time to snip. I'm going to have to double on this one. So let me cut it this way first. That'll make it easier. There we go. A little edge. Get all them little snippets out of the way. Chris said she's sneaking in while Landon does his homework. Well, I'm glad he's doing his homework. Good boy. Nice having them grandkids over. All right, so there is our shutter. Now, let's have some fun. We're going to take this gorgeous paper. And this works best when you don't have a regular pattern. Like this is just kind of, I don't know, fun chaos if you want to call it. Just everything everywhere. And you'll notice that I'm dipping my edge there in the glue because I want to make sure that's stuck down nice. And I'm going to butt that right up into that section right there. I'm going to make sure that's down there nice and firm. And I'm going to cut him in here and trim. Now, I don't want to cut all the way up over there. I just want to sneak in here and trim that off. One little snip and we'll have it. There we go. See where I'm going with this? Now I'm going to take this one and you just see if it'll fit. And if it doesn't, that's okay, because you can always trim off this. Use your paper cutter when you do that, though. And then you'll be able to use these edges again. So let's get this one in here. And it's easier to fill up this section with the glue than trying to figure out what you're putting on to the designer paper. Super simple. Again, I just want to make sure I pick up a little bit of that glue so my edge does not roll up on me. And then we're going to tuck that right in there. It just fits so nicely. Again, just a little burnish there so you know it's stuck nice and tight. And we're going to trim this off. So look how much paper we have left. With a little trimmer, you can figure out where to cut your next piece on your next card. So on your next card, you can stick it like up in here. Look at, see, that'll work. You got lots of room there. So on your next card, just work this one in. When that's cut straight, you'll be able to tuck that in there. So you'll probably get 2 cards out of this 4 by 6 inch sheet. All right, and I got a little scrap there. And now we got, oh, we're going to go this way. And a lot of times, these measurements are going to depend on where you put this little piece. If you put your diamond a little lower, they're going to be closer to a certain size. But I love the fact that it's up a little higher and you get some big spots or some little spots. Like my next card, this pretty paper is going to be in that big spot. And you just keep going. Just crazy fun. You know how it is when you find that new technique and you're just like, oh, yes. Get that glue on that corner. Tuck that up in there and butt that up against that. Make sure you're nice and tight all the way around. Flip it over. So you guys got this down pat now, don't you? And now you know how they create the two-tone looks. And this doesn't have to be done with designer paper either. You could use this with regular cardstock that's embossed. So if you have a favorite embossing folder, you could like do an embossing folder with these and a designer paper with that one. So you can get as creative as you like. I see how that glue is working on that foil, so I want to kind of lay that down a little bit. And it'll change as it grows. So there we go. Let's get our last little corner in. Let's see if this fits in here. Ooh, yes it does. So see what I mean about playing with that and just trying to figure out the best possible spot. Whoop. We don't want little piles of glue though. There we go. Especially on foils, because it will show. There. Now you got lots of paper left over with this one. Gotta love it. Okay. This one I am going to come in and snip that little piece off, just so this big piece isn't hanging there. But you see how much you have left over? So much. Ready for another card. You could even cut it smaller, but I'd rather use a bigger piece and have to manipulate that than try to figure out what size cardstock to use. All right, we are going to mount this onto our white. Get them corners down. Need that anymore, I don't think. Because I'll use a Stampin' Seal to put this on the front. And if you want, you could lift that. But we're actually going to lift this. So I'm going to take this pretty paper. So you want to start with that one, but that doesn't mean that that's the only one you have to use. So now you know you can layer the front as well. There we go. And we're just cutting around this. I believe this is 1.5. Oh, geez, don't quote me on that. It looks about 1.5 by 1.5, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's grab those dimensionals. So we'll pop them up for sure. Okay, Sandy's loving this technique. I know, isn't it fun? It is easy and it's fun, and people are going to want to know how you did that. Because like I said, we all looked at it on Pinterest and went, oh man, I ain't messing with that. But now that you know the 2 easy ways to do it, you're going to make lots of them. And now the disclaimer and the let it snow. And I used the same paper just so you got that little bling bling in there, right? Oh my gosh, this comes together so pretty. Look at that. That is that Lost Lagoon. Such a pretty color. Such a cool technique. And we're like, neat techniques made easy. That should be my new line, right? Oh gosh. So there we are. These are from the Winter Meadow paper, and then this is from the Snowflake Magic. So, and all 3 of the greetings are from the snowflakes, Sparkling Snowflakes, I believe it was called. And that one I haven't started playing with yet, so I will. And don't forget that little bit of wink of Stella, or you can always embellish it with anything else. I wasn't sure this needed any embellishing because with those snowflakes, it's just so pretty. And that Stella on here, boom, just makes it. This one we could have popped up too. So you can also layer this one, same size, and pop that up if you want to. But these guys are so big. Judy said, love your cards. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, and thank you guys for joining me. I love having these because you guys inspire me to create new stuff, and I really wanted to revisit this technique for all of the ladies who watch me on Tuesday nights that are in my club, because I knew they would love to see this technique stepped up a little bit. So Cheryl, I know you're going to go make one of these this week. I just know it. So, thanks again. Don't go away. Let's do our drawing. Remember, your comments tonight will be in the drawing next week, Tuesday. I'm hoping to sneak another Christmas week in there yet, but I always say that, and then my family gets in the way. Here we go. Those are our lovely ladies who were watching last week and commenting. So, you know, it's kind of sad because this is the last evening of our holiday stampin' extravaganza. So I want to thank everybody who already placed an order. I will do orders until 10 o'clock tonight. Then we're going to close that down. And then I will get all those little gifties out. And I'm not sure I put this on our page, but I do have a little extra treat in there that I didn't mention before. That is going to be a sneak peek into what's coming up in January. So, yep, you guys have been so much fun this past weekend plus. So I thought I would give you a little plus in your goodie bag. So good luck, everyone. We're going to spin now and see. I want to get it past that 12 days there, whatever I wrote. I always date it so I know which one goes through. Oh, on the line. Oh, it's Carrie. Congratulations to Carrie. I think I spelled your last name wrong on there, Carrie. I'm sorry. I was trying to get my nail polish off before this event, so I know the things we worry about. Congratulations to Carrie. Thank everyone for watching tonight. And Cheryl says, yes, I am going to make that one and more. Good. Oh, Candy said no more games. No, you know what? I think I'm going to be posting some fun stuff all the way through Christmas. So I saved a whole bunch of good stuff. So we'll be playing all through Christmas. So thanks again for joining me tonight and all this past, 4 or 5 days. It's been a blast. Thank you and good night, everyone.